Now this is a warning before we begin. If you have one of these already and it's lying around near whatever device you're watching this review on, I would put it on mute by pressing the little microphone mute button at the top before you watch this review, because every time I say the word Alexa, it will be very, very annoying for you. So put it on mute and carry on watching this review. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Stu's Reviews. So today, we're going to take a look at this. The Amazon Echo Plus 2nd generation. This is the 2nd generation Amazon Echo Plus. Aesthetically, it shares nearly nothing with its predecessor. It has a modern 360-degree speaker design. It comes in 3 colours and has an updated, larger light ring for the Alexa Assistant feedback. It's not just its appearance that's had a makeover. The 2nd generation has seen a big technological jump too. It houses a 3-inch woofer and a 0.8-inch tweeter, supports both auxiliary in and out, and also has an inbuilt Zippy smart home hub, which, in theory, negates the use of bridge devices plugged into your home network to control lighting. Now, in terms of its design, it is a significant improvement over its predecessor, very, very much like the Echo Dot, which I reviewed yesterday. Now, this is the older style Echo. Now, this is the original Echo, but the Echo Plus looked very, very similar indeed. You can see how different that looks. This is much nicer. It's nearly half the size. It's a bit wider in total. I mean, you can see sort of there, it's a bit wider, but it's just a nice design. Similar weight. So this is actually quite a weighty device. But if you've got this on your shelf, it'll look nice. This on your shelf, I've never particularly liked. It's a great device, don't get me wrong, but I'll be happy to see the back of it. Now, the most important thing is the sound, as always, and the usability of the device. So let's get it plugged in and let's get it started. So I've got a cable here, which, by the way, is some sort of weird Amazon's own AC type adapter. A little bit annoying. And actually, that's the thing I didn't say about the Echo Dot, is that the previous generations used micro USB. The new one uses this type of weird Amazon only adapter. A bit annoying if you want to have a longer cable, but it doesn't matter. Let's plug this in.
Bringing your device online. Just a moment. Ich verbinde dein Gerät. Bitte hab einen Moment Geduld.
Oh, more German.
Connexion de votre appareil. Veuillez patienter.
Connessione del dispositivo in corso. Attendi. Espera un momento a que el dispositivo se conecte.
Alright.
Your device is ready. Dein Gerät ist bereit. Votre appareil est prêt.
Il tuo dispositivo è pronto. Ya puedes empezar a usar el dispositivo.
Will it set itself up? Ah, this is their new way of setting devices up. When you purchase something now from Amazon, or one of these devices particularly, it links it up to your Alexa app straight away, before you've even had it delivered. Then plugging it in, I think it takes all the Wi-Fi settings from the app already that you've used on other devices and just pairs it up, so it should work straight away. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 10:32 a.m.
It took a while. What network should you join to? Let me have a look. Up and running, and the setup process is much easier than before, which is a good thing. Now, let's test how loud she goes. So at the moment she's on halfway. Let's pop her up. Oh, that's a bit loud. Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 10:33 a.m.
Oh, that's a bit loud. Right, let's turn that down. Okay, cool. So functions all fine and has all of the standard Amazon Echo features or Amazon Alexa features. Stop. And that is the problem. Every time you say that word, it activates. Anyway, moving on. Let's play some music and see how she sounds. Now, this will be the first time I'll listen to it, and then over the next couple of days, I'll listen to it a bit more and give my conclusion at the end. But let's just play some music, shall we? I'm going to start off low and just have a listen to a bit of music. There we go. Ooh. That is very nice. It's got a good punch. It's very punchy, very much like the Echo Dot I tried out recently. It's got that kind of same punch in the lows. Now the cool thing with this is it's 360 degree sound, so wherever you put it, you're going to get a lovely sound stage right the way throughout the room. So let's turn it up a bit and see how loud it goes. Okay, now we're looking at about halfway. Yeah, it's good. Right, let's turn it up a bit. It's very, very loud. Okay. That's very loud indeed. Right, let's try a different song and have a listen to something like this. Let's try this one. Something simple that isn't going to get me done for copyright on YouTube. It's very impressive for such a small device. It's a very crisp, punchy sound. Okay. So I guess there's a couple of things that I really like about this. It doesn't overpower any particular sounds. So it doesn't favour something like the bass or the highs. It seems to have a very good overall range. It's got a very punchy and crisp tone, but one thing I will say is it goes extremely loud. Right, let's stop that there. Okay, now one thing I would say on the sound is that they tout this to be their premium sound. This is what the Echo Plus 3rd generation is supposed to be, is their premium sound. Now, on its own, as a standalone speaker, I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not sure it deserves the word premium attributed to it. I think it's good, don't get me wrong, it's a very good sound. But as a standalone speaker, I think it's too average in terms of its sound quality. It doesn't, like I say, do anything particularly bad. It just doesn't do anything particularly that well either. There's nothing that I would turn around and go, wow, it handles it super well, the bass is really nice. It's very punchy, very crisp. It doesn't distort the audio at the high ends when you turn it on full volume. But is it premium? That is the question. Now, I will be testing this out paired up with a second one for stereo sound and even the bass unit as well, so the subwoofer. We'll find out then whether or not this can be classed as something like a premium sound device. But for now, I think this is a good device to listen to a bit of music on, but not if you're really interested in your music and you want that extremely crisp audio. I think it's good, but it's not super premium. But what about the price? Now, ultimately, premium usually comes with an extremely high cost. Well, this isn't set at a premium price. This is about £140 or $150, which is actually quite a small amount for what you would class as being a premium speaker. Which is why this is also another reason I think this possibly isn't that premium. It's quite a low price. And when you consider the amount of technology that goes into this, to use all the Alexa voice service and the lights and all the buttons and things, you're putting a lot of technology in there for a relatively low price, and you're trying to say that it's premium sound. I'm not 100% convinced, but let's take away the fact that they've used the term premium sound. Is it worth that £140? Well, yes, I think so. It's a very good standalone generic speaker to sit in the corner. It's good because it delivers a punchy, clear overall tone to your songs, and it has the Amazon Alexa voice service, which everybody loves, and it helps you control your smart home. So overall, I quite like it. Okay, so it might not meet the expectation that Amazon have set by calling it a premium speaker, but that doesn't stop the Echo Plus 2 from being a good device. It's got a good overall sound quality, is extremely loud for such a small device, and as a smart speaker, it outperforms many competitors' products. I also happen to think that this is one of the nicest looking smart speakers that you can buy, which is a far cry away from my thoughts on the previous generation. Overall, I think this is a great update to the Echo Plus range that will appeal to many wanting to add smart home and voice control to their lives without looking too techy. That's all from me today, guys. Like usual, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can take a look at this yourself over on Amazon, and I'll also leave a link in the description below to both my Echo Dot 3rd generation review and the review of both of these in the Echo Sub when that review lands. It hasn't landed just yet, so stay tuned. And if you like this video, guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you back for another episode of Stu's Reviews soon. Before you go, consider supporting me on my Patreon page by clicking here. It'll give you some great discounts on stuff I've reviewed and helps me to continue doing reviews. If you want to see some fun stuff, click here to see the highlights of Stu's Reviews. And, as a friendly reminder, click this button to subscribe.